this. No one ever tells you how the copy is always out, and the children just never stop. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Yes, that's my class. Yes, 101. And I'm aware it's loud in there. I'm also aware. Yes. Well, thank you so much for your kind feedback. Yes, I will make sure to make good use of it. Yes. Okay. Goodbye now. Yes. See you in the hallways. Ugh. Absolute. Okay. Fine. Just brush up on my engagement. Oh, the absolute. I just need a break. Okay. Deep breaths. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I wanted to do this. I wanted to be here. It is a joy. If I could just have some. No. Why is it either always cold or it's gone? I don't understand. Deep breaths. No one told me it would be this frustrating. No one said anything about it being this frustrating. It's fine. It's good. I'm calm. I'm a collected adult. I'm fine. I'm very tired. Oh, hello, Mr. Thomas. Well, it's a pleasure to see you too. Yes. What? Yes. English. Yes, 485. Yes, that's mine. I know it's very loud. Yes. Engage. I'm trying. I'm very aware there that. Yes. I'm in the classroom. I know. Okay. Thank you. Yes, you have a great day. Okay. Goodbye now. Jeez Louise. My goodness. Fiddlesticks. This is just like I don't know. Absolutely insane. This is still empty. Yes. Still empty. Okay. Deep breaths. It's gonna be fine. Deep breaths. I just brush up on my engagement. Let's see. What did Mr. Keith leave for me here? Okay. English journal. We got some older ones here. Let's see. Okay, this one's from this year. That's nice. And, is there? Okay. That's a lot. Let's see. The English journal. Let's see. English teachers teach each other. Okay. These advertisements here. Okay. Mrs. Schaefer. No teacher needs to be told that one of the most difficult problems in teaching writing is to find topics which stir in the student sufficient response to make him want to say something about them. We have reached into the child's experience and sometimes thought we were satisfying his need to communicate and at the same time solving our own problem by asking him to discuss his summer vacation, a trip that he took, a picnic, etc. But these are obvious topics that every teacher thinks of. Way to make me feel great about my last lesson. Okay. Let's see. By the time the student has reached the 10th grade, he is often thoroughly sick of them. This is making me sadder. Meantime, he is moving on. He is beginning to think through problems of his own, adjustment to life, to explore ideas, and given an opportunity, will enjoy presenting his thinking to the teacher and his classmates. His thinking will stumble at first, but the teacher then has an excellent opportunity to teach him to think logically, to draw conclusions based on adequate evidence, to temper his emotions. The members of this panel have used as the basis of their work the understanding by the student that writing should not be the dull reproduction of the obvious, but a means of communicating ideas which are thoughtful and worth presenting to the reader. Of course, no writing is done without a preparation period in which the teacher stimulates a discussion of topics to be used. With children and adults alike, ideas grow as they are exchanged with other people. Since these teachers are accustomed to working on integrated units, the writing often grows out of an emotion, an idea, an attitude toward life that is based on the literature being read at the time. But because children should learn to respond to events which are going on about them, topics for writing grow also out of current problems. The panel, which is being led by Mr. Round, will discuss first some very interesting topics on which students might write, and then deal with some persistent problems in teaching writing. Mr. Round's thoughts. 4 general ideas of adolescence experience offer interesting opportunities. From these areas are derived topics expressing personal attitudes, topics expressing concern with personal standards and ideals, topics expressing concern about education and a career, and topics of family living. Topics expressing personal attitudes, fear, happiness, the meaning of success, loneliness. Get that intense. I believe, faith, understanding myself, 3 wishes, worry, meeting life's problems. Looks like there's a couple other. Let's see, topics for expressing the concern with personal standards. Our strong need to confirm, friendship, fair play, school rules, standards, cheating, a double standard, adult and youth. And here I thought, well, never mind. Maintaining my individuality, fads, words to live by, don't let anyone step on you. That's a little weird. Learning to live alone, dating, risque. These are some good options. A few more pages on this one for me. Oh, doesn't look like it. Let's see. Ink. Let's see. Oh, there's advertisements in this one. This year, that's why. Why is Harvard teacher reading? Let's see. Oh. Contemporary composition. Let's see. See what we mean. Your students will see what you mean when you use an overhead projector and color transparencies. Wow, the technology today. Goodness. Going to travel Scotland and England. I wonder how expensive these are. My dreams. We're supposed to engage without the proper materials. Let's see. Today's freshman composition books have competition. Freshmen won't stay with a dry or uninteresting text. SRA knows this, and that's why our freshman texts are interesting and contemporary. What did he want for me here? Let's see. Oh, Detroit Public Schools present English on television. That's weird. TV or not TV? That is no longer the question. Whether 'tis nobler to eschew the boob tube, oh my, or to grasp to one's bosom, is a choice made only by the media uninformed teacher. My goodness. The informed teacher no longer regards educational television as a threat to his job, as a seducer of his students, as a great homogenizer of learning. Hopefully, the day is past when electronic medicine men were able to mesmerize educational clients by buying a simple panacea of all the ills of education. The day is passing when enthusiastic producers of educational television use it as a show-and-tell medium, with front row seat for every student. How is English presented? Let's observe first the junior high schools, humanities-oriented literature, of course, of Cabbages and Kings, funded under Title I as part of the Cultural Enrichment Project. The 36 programs consist of 13 units designed to focus on the basic humanistic theme of self-identification. The inductive approach is used to enable students to develop a social conscience, cultural awareness of themselves and others, to develop the kind of literary criteria which should lead to more discriminating reads, to more critical thinking, and to more realistic awareness of the interrelationship of the arts. Okay. Let's see. know that I'm ready for television in my classroom. It seems a little intense. Teacher's role in making the fiction writer. I know mine are already very good at lying, so I don't know that that's a skill I need to work on. Teaching materials. They get more out of literature if they were reading. What do you think? Composition is something up with some students will not put. Okay. I don't understand kids today. Why is it so difficult to read and pick up a book? Oh, could you imagine a camera? Oh, it's not a camera. What is this? A recorder. I could use that. Listen to myself. Critique would be helpful. So many advertisements. Be a better reader series. I think you left me one more. Looks like he's written this one. Let's see if I can find. Oh, reading by themes. That is something I could get behind. Let's see. Reading by themes, Edward J. Gordon. Let's see. There are many ways to set up an English curriculum. This paper deals only with the way 3 reading units were carried out in our senior class during the past year. This is not to imply that the same method will be used again with a new group of students with different interests, needs, and abilities. Personalization, of course. This particular approach grows out of a conviction that certain principles should govern an English course. The objectives should be clearly stated and should be important 20th century ideas that also have some connection to the student's own problems. We should not merely take books as we may already be teaching, search therein for possible values, and then make these values our objectives, but rather we should work in the other direction. Once the objectives have been stated, we should then search out books which will help us to realize them, and which are worth teaching. This procedure would then imply some logical connection between the books selected. Then, too, there are many levels of teaching and understanding. We teach Moby Dick, and the pupil gets only the plot, And if he is tested on only plot, we cannot automatically assume any greater understanding or communicated. The level at which we teach a book is an important matter of its vitality. If we expect students to get understandings from books, we cannot teach on the level of facts. Who chased whom, around what barn, at what time in the afternoon. If we expect them to generalize from the book into life, we have to teach books that connect not only with life today, but with a student's experience in life. If we expect people to remember only what a book says, or worse still, what we say, we may be dealing with memory and verbalisms. We should not tell people what the book says. We should ask them. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Beyond these principles are certain mechanical considerations. Each senior in our school has 4 regular English periods a week, and in addition may join, if he chooses, one of 6 voluntary reading groups, each of which meets once a week. I post a list of my free periods, and students sign up for those which correspond with their free periods. Although our classes are not homogeneously grouped, I do try to set up small groups by availability. Approximately 35 out of 52 seniors are in these later groups, which average about 7 students. No credit in a formal sense is given. A minor but necessary merit in the small numbers is that a teacher, by raising 5 copies, can rotate a book through all groups. The advantage of this organization is that during the regular class period, the teacher can set a level of accomplishment which he can hopefully expect from almost everyone. Then, in smaller groups, the more talented or more interested can proceed into supplementary reading. The result is that in the groups of books, which I will discuss later, the whole class will read certain key books, and conference groups will in addition discuss books that illustrate the ideas raised. For example, all students read Walden, in which some of our standards of success are questioned. A voluntary reading group might find a more contemporary and concrete illustration of that idea in The Great Gatsby. Contemporary literature. An idea is first raised by the class, by the teacher. What is progress? Is man progressing? The ensuing discussion may raise certain questions. How do we define progress? What assumptions about the purpose of life are in our minds as we attempt to answer the question? What is the source of these assumptions? The objectives in the form of the teachers' and students' questions are then mimeographed. Is man progressing? In what areas of life? Toward what? What is progress? What is the source of our values? How valid are they? What is the good life? What is human nature? What are the cliches about human nature? What is the role of conditioning? What gives prestige in our culture? What do we admire? Inner virtue or outward show? What is success? What is happiness? What causes conflicts between the values of different cultures? Each student should analyze his reading in the light of these questions, in addition to any other observations he would like to make. I do like this one. I think I will save this one. Let's go ahead